Just wanted to upload a quick update because I know I'm going to get a lot of questions about this soon, so might as well jam pack it all into one video. So the elephant in the room is Shattered Space going to break the mod list? That's a definite yes. If you update your Starfield on September 30th or any day after, you won't be able to play Genesis anymore. Now, if you're an existing user, you don't really have to worry about this. Whenever you turn off automatic updates on Steam and only launch from MO2, which is Mod Organizer 2, your game won't ever update. It'll only update if you launch from Steam, and just in case it does, I would honestly go to your Starfield folder and just copy the entire thing to your desktop. Keep it as a backup just in case you accidentally update Starfield. All you would do is just delete the updated folder and drag the old one back. It's honestly that simple. For any new users, there is a downgrade guide for Starfield available on the website for after September 30th. So the mod list isn't going down per se, just going to be a little more difficult to install for a while until the next version releases. Now, in terms of what new stuff will be coming in the next update, I'll get into that near the end of the video because I do have some interesting things cooking that I want to show you guys. In terms of when I release version 6.1 or version 7.0, that all depends on the severity of what breaks and what doesn't. I'm being pretty optimistic here and hoping my mod list is resilient enough, but to be fair, they added a rover last update and the mod list went down for a week, so I'm kind of talking out of my ass here. Luckily, a lot of the stuff that breaks is easily fixable and just requires some time, which leads to another elephant in the room, or I guess this is more of a Java in the room. I'm going to be taking a small break to play a new game coming out on the 26th. I've been working on this project almost every day now for a couple months, just need some fresh air, you know? It kind of works out though, because either way, no matter what I do, many of other people's mods in this list will break after Shattered Space, and I'll have to wait for them to fix it, which can take anywhere between a few days to weeks. And in the worst case scenario, I go and fix it myself. So either way, I was going to be stuck with nothing to do in Starfield around this time anyway. So if you see me uploading videos of another game, it doesn't mean I've quit on Star Wars Genesis or anything. I'm just going to be doing both at the same time, and you'll see updates from me on the Discord as always, and I'll release a Genesis video here and there. I don't think I'll ever stop working on this project, honestly, so that's not really something you guys have to worry about. It's just there's going to be periods naturally where the development slows down a little. On the bright side though, the index issue is confirmed to be fixed in Shattered Space. For those of you who don't know what that is, it was basically a limit on the amount of mods you can have on the game before it shits itself, to put it blunt. And that limit was around 100 plugins. For those of you who have V6, you can see we're currently at 85 plugins, so we're a little under the limit. In reality, those 85 plugins represent around 200 plugins because of all my merging. Armor Compendium, or however the fuck you say that word, just by itself has like 40 mods inside of it. I was quite literally fighting for my life. You know, it takes like 2 seconds to install a mod, right? It took hours to make room just for that mod, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. I have almost complete freedom now with the mod list. So that's a big plus with Shattered Space. Because whatever it breaks, I don't care. It'll be worth it because at least that's getting fixed. That's the most important issue over here. I'm honestly kind of grateful for the index issue, unironically. It essentially forced me to learn how to mod pretty much every aspect of the game because I had to go out of my way to organize everything, merge them all together, clump them all together, manage conflicts, and even fix individual bugs with them that I noticed. It's been quite a ride, you know. I started V1 with almost zero modding knowledge and the video blew up. And today we're sitting at the largest functional Starfield mod list in existence. At least until Shattered Space, because then anyone can just go download 400 mods and their game will be semi-functional. But regardless, what I'm getting at here is if this mod index issue never existed, this mod list would have probably been very buggy and unstable. It was a good training wheels, essentially, and it gave me both the time and the drive to set up a proper foundation for the list. Regardless, I'm proud in what we've accomplished. I'm saying we because this wasn't just me, obviously. I learned a lot by simply looking at other people's mods, trying to understand how they work, editing them, etc. Just a huge shout out to everyone involved, honestly, from all the individual Star Wars creators such as Red Eye Clown, Crossbow, and Bonepunk on Nexus, and to all the volunteers that help out with the project. The list of names is honestly pretty big at this point, but you can find them all on my website and at the credits at the end of each video. Alright, now for the exciting stuff. Let me show you guys what I've been working on these past few days. So now that indexes aren't an issue anymore, I can finally get around to adding more ships. I added all the current ship mods available from Electionist and moved them to specific locations in the galaxy instead of all just on Kessel. So you'll find an X-Wing on Tatooine, a TIE Advanced on Coruscant along with the Naboo ship. On Nar Shaddaa you'll find a scrapyard version of the N1 Starfighter, and the Falcon is still in the same place on Kessel. For my upcoming Sith Empire replacement for Varun, I'm using a lot of new and also existing armors with some variations and changes. We have Dark Troopers that come with 2 variants, Cloaked and Uncloaked. We have 2 variants of Night Troopers, 2 variants of Death Troopers, and modified Sith Troopers, Purge Troopers, and the final armor is still work in progress, but I can show a quick preview of that right now. It's the Old Republic Sith Trooper model, and I have 2 volunteers doing most of the work for that specific armor, so huge props to them. In the meantime, I'm doing a lot of small stuff, mainly cleaning up the workbench and adding in only cosmetics in there. I know a lot of you tried to use crafted armor and got one shot because it's not correctly balanced. That's my fault. I should have removed all these workbench stuff a long time ago. You're kind of meant to find stuff in the world naturally, and if you want to get around that, you have to open the encyclopedia and spawn them in that way. The workbench I don't think is ever going to be supported, but I do want to obviously add cosmetics in there and keep the cosmetics, the current ones, in there. I also want to add a bunch of lower tier armors to the vendors because they only have vanilla ones right now, which isn't a lot, and we have a huge plethora of available ones available. We have a huge plethora of available ones now, with more coming next update, and I feel like it's a waste to just give all those to the civilians instead of making it at least available to you guys, because you can always just buy them. You notice it's like 300 armor instead of 1,000. Just drop it on the ground, use console commands on it, and raise it to 1,000. I'm giving you guys that freedom, obviously, but naturally I'm gonna keep it lore accurate, you know. Also slowly gonna add more and more external Star Wars assets to Coruscant. I have a few volunteers porting over assets and everything, so it won't be this vanilla anymore next time we see it, hopefully. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to shoot out this quick update. TLDR, I'm going to be uploading videos of another game. I'm not abandoning Genesis. You're going to have to downgrade if you're installing it again. Existing users are fine. What else? You can expect the next version. It's probably not going to be 7.0, probably going to be 7 or 6.1. Maybe a month after Shattered Space, maybe less. I don't know yet, but I will post updates on the Discord.